Hi everyone, welcome to Global Strategic Management. This is our presentation of our team case analysis. As you can see, we chose to study Amazon Incorporated. As a company that has been around for roughly 23 years now, Amazon has a history for success that we felt as a team we could learn a great deal from. Just to get things started, I'd like to introduce each member of our team, starting with Kentrilla Torrance, next Jasmine Phillips, myself, Taylor McAlpin, Jasmine Cecil, and Serena Moore. In our presentation, we will touch on the following topics shown here. We'll start with a brief introduction to the company, which will then be followed by Amazon's case analysis. Following this, we will take a look at the SWOT analysis of the company, identifying Amazon's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. In addition to this, we'll look at the 5 forces analysis as well. Next, we'll jump right into corporate strategy, followed by competitive advantages of the company that currently exist. We'll then take a look at Amazon's financial performance and discuss a number of details here. Finally, we'll wrap things up with a value chain analysis. Beginning with an introduction of the company, Amazon is a very well-known and successful company that is only continuing to grow and expand all over the world today. As most consumers know, Amazon.com Incorporated is an online retailer, manufacturer of electric book readers, and web services provider that became the iconic example of electronic commerce. Amazon is a vast internet-based enterprise that sells a number of different goods and services that include anything from books, music, movies, houseware, electronics, and toys. What started off as an online bookstore has since then turned out to become the largest online retailer on the planet. From softwares, tools, and even groceries being offered, Amazon's biggest invention was Kindle ebook, which was launched in November of 2007. But what most people may not know is what made the biggest difference in Amazon's growth to have profits of $61 billion and 97 employees in 2012 was the outstanding customer service that they were able to offer. Moving forward, here we will discuss the Amazon case analysis. In this analysis, we will introduce a number of ideas and key points in identifying the company and its current success within the market. We will begin with a brief background of Amazon alongside with history of key turning points and events that took place. Following this, we will identify the various products and services being offered to its customers. We will then discuss main issues and the number of challenges the company is currently facing within the market today. In addition to this, team thoughts on these challenges and ways to overcome them will be introduced. Lastly, we will discuss the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of the company that were identified, along with a 5 forces analysis model demonstrating the company's current position in the market based on its competition. In regards to the background of the company, I'll start by introducing Amazon's mission statement, which states that our vision is to be Earth's most customer-centric company, to build a place where people can come to find and discover anything they might want to buy online. As CEO and founder, Jeff Bezos incorporated Amazon in July of 1994. This started with the website launching to the public only a year later. As a graduate of Princeton University, Jeff was born on January 12th of 1964 with an early love of computers and innovation that eventually resulted in him graduating with this very degree. According to an article read, the original name was not actually Amazon, as it was going to be Cadabra, but Bezos misheard it as Cadaver and obviously changed the name. Evolving originally from Bezos' garage and later a 2-bedroom house with equipped Sun micro stations and a test site, Bezos officially opened Amazon.com, named after the South American River, on July 16th of 1995. As far as the history of Amazon is concerned, we can see that the success of the company all began in the year of 1994. As I briefly mentioned before, the start of Amazon originally began with just an online bookstore simply offering books and competing primarily against local booksellers such as Barnes and Noble. In the year of 1998, Amazon eventually began to expand their book sales by offering convenient services such as free Super Saver shipping. By 2005, Amazon began to make its way into cloud computing as well as crowdsourcing, and with this, they just completely dominated the entire computing market. During this time, Amazon also introduced another product known as Amazon Kindle as a means for their customers to purchase books as ebooks. With this, customers began to revert to ordering ebooks from Amazon versus the physical copy bought in stores. In 2011 and following up till 2015, services such as Amazon Music and Video were introduced for the first time, and by 2015, Amazon's market capitalization surpassed that of Walmart's. Now, obviously, Amazon has even continued their product differentiation since that time, as they now offer um, services such as Amazon Go. This was introduced in 2016 as customers are able to simply walk into a store, purchase ready made meals and meal boxes, and as soon as they walk out of the store, they have a sensor that actually charges a shopper's Amazon account immediately. Obviously, Amazon has completely surpassed everyone that competes in this market and is only continuing to grow further.
Amazon has a lot of products and services. Amazon, of course, has the Kindle Fire and the Kindle, which is a tablet basically developed by Amazon. They also have like Amazon Alexa, which is like a voice control system. There's Amazon Books, which is a chain of retail bookstores online. There's Amazon Dash Button, which is a consumer goods ordering service used to order goods over the internet. There's Amazon Drive, which is you get unlimited online storage to back up, protect, and share your music or photos. There's Amazon Echo, which is a hands free speaker you can control with your voice. There's Amazon Fresh, which is a grocery delivery service. There's Amazon Home Services, which is a new and simple way to buy and schedule professional service such as plumbing or house cleaning. There's Amazon Inspire, which is an open collaboration service that helps educators discover, gather, and share educational content. There's Amazon Go, which is a store with no checkout required. There's the Amazon Music Unlimited or Video, which you can have access to unlimited music or videos. There's Amazon Prime, which is you can have free 2 day shipping and you'll have exclusive access to movies and TVs and Kindle books. There's Amazon Vine, which is an internal service of Amazon.com that allows manufacturers and publishers to receive reviews for their products on Amazon. There's the Amazon Web Service, which is also called AWS, which it offers a suite of cloud computing services that make up on demand computing platforms. Here are some other products and services that are offered by Amazon. There's A Books over to the right, which is a shop vast selection of books, art, and collectibles from independent sellers around the world. There's Alexa.com, which is a company through Amazon that provides commercial web traffic data and analytics. There's Audible.com, which is it sells digital audiobooks, radio, and TV programs and the audio versions of magazines and newspapers. There's A9 or AWS Cloud 9, which is a cloud based integrated development environment that lets you write, run, and debug your code with just a browser. There's diapers.com, which is an online specialty retailer for baby products. There's Goodreads, which is over to the right, which it shares books, recommendation with your friends, join book clubs, or you can even answer trivia questions. There's IMDb, which you can find showtimes, watch trailers, browse photos, track your watch list, and rate your favorite movies and TV shows. There's Joonglee.com, which is an online marketplace specifically for India. There's Woot, which has daily deals for electronics, computers, many accessories, or wine. There's Zappos.com, which is basically an online shoe and clothing shop. Amazon has also teamed up with Whole Foods Market. It's a supermarket chain that specializes in selling food products without artificial preservatives, colors, flavors, sweeteners, or certain fats. Many companies are faced with risk and issues. Some of Amazon's risks are loss of data or security breaches, which is basically securing the customer's information, keeping it confidential. The next one would be dangers of doing business around the world, which is basically following the rules and regulations of the international places. The main issues Amazon currently face are increasing competition and increasing the shipping cost. Increasing competition is basically a brick and mortar such as Walmart or Target increasing their e-commerce skills. Next would be increasing of shipping costs, which is the failure to optimize inventory, basically is not being able to manage their inventory, or if the suppliers that Amazon works with will not negotiate acceptable costs or lowering their costs, so Amazon will be able to ship or give that free shipping through the Prime membership that it has. And now Amazon could face losing some of its customers because they are trying to increase the Prime membership. The Prime membership is basically, or well, it was $99, but it's Amazon is increasing it to $119, which will take effect on May 11th for like the new members, and like the people that just has to renew it over time, theirs will take effect June 16th. Amazon has not increased their costs with the Prime membership since 2014.
Our team has identified three major challenges that Amazon faces. The first is intense competition. Amazon's competitors are retail, e commerce services, digital content and electronic devices, and web and infrastructure computing services. They may secure better terms from vendors, shipping vendors, adopt more aggressive pricing, and devote more resources to technology, infrastructure, fulfillment, and marketing. The second challenge would be strain on management, operations, finances, and other resources. Expansion places a strain on many business functions, including management, personnel, operations, systems, technical performance, financial resources, internal financial control, and reporting functions. This could ultimately affect growth, which would damage Amazon's reputation, limit their growth, and negatively affect their operating results. The third challenge is increased risk from international exposure. Amazon's international activities are significant to revenues and profits. In certain international market segments, Amazon has relatively little operating experience and may not benefit from any first to market advantages. It is costly to establish, develop, and maintain international operations and websites, as well as promote a brand internationally. The international operations may not be profitable on a sustainable basis. According to recent industry figures, Amazon is the leading e-retailer in the United States with close to 178 billion US dollars in 2017 net sales. The majority of the company's revenues are generated through e-retail sales of electronics and other products, followed by third-party seller revenues, subscription services, and AWS activities. This allowed Amazon to capture 70.2% of the US e commerce growth, while everyone else only captured 29.8% combined. This is a true testament to why Amazon is the sixth most valuable brand in the world, according to a Forbes list. Next, we'll be evaluating the SWOT analysis of Amazon. Amazon has a very strong brand and is the largest internet retailer. They offer a large number of products and they ship them worldwide. Their emphasis on cost leadership has led to the creation of several strategic alliances, which allows Amazon to offer superior customer service. The most important strategic alliances are with logistic providers who control costs. Finally, acquiring companies like Whole Foods, Zappos.com, IMBD.com, Woot.com, and many others has proven to be a successful and revenue generating step for the e commerce giants. When you look at their weaknesses, the extensive delivery network and price wars have caused Amazon margins to shrink, which is resulting in losses. Amazon has also experienced several product failures. Product flops cause a dent in Amazon's profits. Examples include the Fire phone in the United States and the Kindle Fire, which didn't pick up nearly as strongly as the Kindle did. In many developing nations, Amazon is still struggling to make business profitable. These experiences often result in high debt. When we look at opportunities for the company, developing in-house brands in different product categories would allow Amazon to differentiate their offering and would help them make profits in highly competitive e-commerce markets through backward integration. Expansion in developing economies and markets with low competition in e-commerce industries would benefit Amazon because they are not saturated like developed economies. Expanding their brick and mortar presence would also improve competitiveness against large retailers with a significant presence like Walmart and Target. Threats that Amazon faces include low entry barriers. This affects business more and more because more entrants means tough competition, price wars, shrinking margins, and losses resulting in questions of sustainability. Government infractions due to not having clarity on the issues related to foreign domestic investment in multi-brand retail has been a huge hurdle in the success of e-commerce players in many developing countries and nations. Finally, cybercrime threatens practically every online retail company. It's important that Amazon imposes strict measures to counteract cybercrime attacks against the online operations, as well as protecting their consumer data. Next, we'll be looking at a 5 forces analysis model of Amazon. When we look at the bargaining power of suppliers, we see that that's low. Amazon has a large number of suppliers, but the company has the upper hand when it comes to its supply chain. All suppliers have to do business according to the rules set by Amazon, and they have to follow the code of conduct that Amazon has set. When we look at the bargaining power of buyers, we see that that's high. Amazon focuses a lot on customer satisfaction as well as product quality. Switching costs for the customers are low, and the number of Amazon competitors has grown in recent years. Physical retail is also creating pressure. Every customer has sufficient information when searching for products online and can make his or her choice based on the available information. This is why customer retention remains an important focus area for Amazon. The bargaining power of Amazon buyers is high. Threat of substitute products is also high. While a number of other brands have entered online retail, people can also buy from physical retailers. The only major competitive advantage of Amazon is its excellent customer service apart from its brand name. The customers can easily switch from one brand to another and can also shop at brick and mortar stores. When we look at rivalry among existing firms, we see that that's high. There's a large number of e commerce websites, and many firms take an aggressive approach in an attempt to remain competitive. Additionally, many traditional retailers are also offering online sales. When we look at the threat of new entrants, we see that that is low. Growth in digital technology has reduced the barriers to entry. However, to build a strong brand like Amazon is extremely difficult because of the marketing and other expenses. Not just this, the problem is that there are other strategic factors too, which will require the kind of dedication that the CEO, Jeff Bezos, has shown to build a brand. Next, we'll be looking at three components that make up Amazon's corporate strategy. The first is the consistent implementation of new niche segments. Amazon is able to achieve this by implementing sophisticated global logistics as well as offering successful business diversification. Amazon is constantly strengthening their ecosystem. In 2017 alone, Amazon acquired 10 startups. This strengthens their relationship between the various components of the business model. Finally, their leadership values allow them to gain maximum contribution from their human resources and deliver the ultimate customer service, which is one of the greatest priorities of Amazon. Amazon has 14 leadership principles, and their leadership values is what drives those. Amazon has several new initiatives. The first one we'll be looking at is the acquisition of Whole Foods. The FTC approved Amazon's acquisition of Whole Foods in August 2017. This merger allowed decreased prices, access to data, and access to brick and mortar locations. The second initiative is their expansion into healthcare. Amazon, Berkshire Hathaway, and JP Morgan announced a partnership to cut health costs and improve services for their employees. The idea was to create a company that would be free from profit-making incentives. The third new initiative is the implementation of Amazon brands. Amazon is transforming consumer relationships with brands by launching its own versions of consumer favorites. Amazon is positioning itself as a competitor to some of the best loved existing brands. This will also allow them to sell Amazon branded items on their website rather than relying on outsourced suppliers. When considering product differentiation, Amazon has an extremely diverse portfolio, which allows them to expand their reach into new industries and has allowed their product offerings to continuously grow. Acquiring existing businesses has allowed Amazon to differentiate itself and increase its product differentiation by offering new and unique products and services. This tactic has allowed the company to become a force that is very difficult to compete against and has helped Amazon mark its territory as a key competitor. This slide shows some of the companies that Amazon has acquired, which has allowed them to add audiobooks, shoes, a movie database information system, and baby care, to name a few. Next, we'll be looking at four components that make up Amazon's competitive advantage. The first component is variety. Amazon's original focus was selling books, And needless to say, they've adapted their model quite a bit since that time. You can purchase anything through Amazon with the blink of an eye and have it delivered to your doorstep as early as the next day. Next is value. In addition to offering a wide variety of products, Amazon is often the low cost leader when compared to its competitors. Next, adaptability. Amazon is consistently changing their strategy and working to find new opportunities to expand their reach. Their identity and product offering is constantly evolving, which has allowed them to become the largest e retailer worldwide. Finally, convenience. One of the greatest components of Amazon's competitive advantage is their ability to get products to consumers quickly. Amazon offers reasonably priced next day shipping, and most frequent shoppers have access to free 2-day shipping through Amazon Prime membership.
Okay, we are now going to discuss the financials of Amazon. I'm just going to go over the income sheet and the balance sheet just to kind of give you an idea, and then we'll just hit some highlights on there to kind of just give you a general picture of how Amazon's kind of grown over the years. And then, as you saw in previous slides, we kind of looked at some of the strategy of why that's the case and how, the financial piece is just going to give you some numbers of how that ties together. So I looked at the income statement over the past 3 years. So at the end of 17, 16, and 2015. And you can just kind of take a look at the numbers and see how exponentially Amazon has grown. Even looking at gross profit, almost doubled when you were at about 35, going all the way up to 65 there. As far as operating income, it's almost doubled as well from 2015 to 2017 at the end of the fiscal year there. And then you also see the trend in net income. You had a little over $500,000 in 2015, all the way up to $3 million in 2017. A few things I want to show on the balance sheet here is you do see, a huge increase in assets, about a doubling as well of what we saw back previously. Part of the goodwill and the intangible assets are things like acquisitions and mergers that Amazon has acquired over the past few years. So this would be companies such as Whole Foods that Amazon has acquired. Possible there's been some rumors about Amazon possibly buying up some of the Rite Aid that Walgreens did not get. So that's kind of where the goodwill and intangible assets, that's where those numbers come together. So the assets, those have increased. So with an increasing assets, as a company kind of grows, you have more liability as well. Amazon has done a really good job of kind of playing up to the market's needs. We've seen previously, they were kind of a small company that started with just selling books, and now they're into apps and they're into their own TV shows and they're into buying up other companies and they're into making things more convenient for people. And people really enjoy that, and they really like Amazon. They're willing to pay extra money to have a Prime membership to get 2-day shipping to their house in addition to other benefits. And clearly that plays out in their income statements, where you almost see a doubling in 2 years of their income and their assets overall. And to kind of give you more of a visual breakdown of those pieces, so you can take a look at the net income. As I pointed out earlier, you had a little bit over $500,000 in about 2015, go all the way up to over $3 million at the end of 2017 of that fiscal year as well. And then you had the operating income increase as well over the years. and from 2015 to 2017.
When evaluating Amazon's value chain analysis, you have to look at primary activities and support activities. Primary activities are those needed to produce a product or service for the end customer. These activities typically include inbound logistics, such as receiving goods from suppliers and storing and moving those goods. Operations involves having a good payment system, operating warehouses 24 hours per day, and manufacturing or assembling the product. Outbound logistics focuses on sending the goods to wholesalers, retailers, or directly to the end customer. Locations in close proximity to motorways and reach for specific locations are important considerations. Marketing and sales involves understanding customer needs, communicating those needs, and promoting the end products. Discounts, recommendations, and interactive shipping are potential items to consider. Service involves after sales support, including handling complaints, the company return policy, installation, training, and comparisons. Support activities help to facilitate or assist the primary activities of producing products. This may include procurement, technology, development, HR management, and firm infrastructure. Procurement involves purchasing raw materials and other items used in operation. Technological development would involve research and development, process automation, software, hardware, equipment, etc., to support operations. Human resource management involves recruiting, hiring, firing, training, developing, and compensating your human resources or employees. Infrastructure would include accounting, legal, finance, planning, public affairs, government relations, quality assurance, and general management. Some of Amazon's competitive advantages from a value chain perspective include having a strong technological infrastructure with a single platform, high investments in technology development, such as Echo and Kindle Fire, to best leverage digital products. Great product forecasting system like print on demand, constantly soliciting suggestions on new products, easy and fast payment systems, 24-hour a day operations, 2-day free shipping for Prime members, and free returns for all customers within 30 days. As you can see, Amazon does many things well and has several competitive advantages from the value chain perspective. We hope that you have learned something from this presentation. Amazon has continuously evolved since its incorporation in 1994. The company that started out as a bookseller is now the largest e-retailer in the world. Amazon has done an excellent job of finding innovative ways to expand their reach and differentiate itself from its competitors. Although not every initiative has been successful, Amazon as a whole has experienced great success, and I'm certain that they will continue to use innovation and technology to forge new paths to success in the future. Exploring a mega house company like Amazon requires an extensive amount of research. In order to complete this project, we use various sources which are listed on this page for reference.
On behalf of our team, thanks for watching.